Welcome back to our farm. As you can see by the posters on the fence, it is election season here in the Philippines, midterm elections. Anyway, this is going to be a full tour of the farm, starting from the outside the front gate. As I said before, 125 metres up the road is the fence line. And as we turn and go into the gate, nothing much has changed just in the front. However, you can see once we get into the property, big difference. Now this is March 2025 and it's just after the wet season has finished, so everything's still very wet. And you can see the first big change right through the property. You can see there's a bit of a house there. That wasn't there before. We'll call that the manager's cottage. There's a greenhouse, of course, still there, and there's the manager's cottage, and all fairly clear now. In front of the manager's cottage it's actually a garden. There's all eggplant, sweet potato, heaps of stuff. All this is still yet to be cleared, and there's a few new buildings there as well. We'll get to that in a minute. So we'll walk down to the manager's cottage. I'll do a separate video on it. It started as a small thing and we just kept adding bits to it. That's actually a garden, and his mother just threw some things out there and they've been growing. There's the remnants of the bamboo you saw in the first video when we first moved on the property. There was just those big bamboo clumps. They're all gone now. Manager's cottage. Like I said, we'll go through that. There's no one living in it right at the minute, but there will be very shortly, and there has been. This part of the property, again, a lot more clear than what it was before. And again, because of the wet season, we haven't been able to do much since about November. It's really November to end of February, we haven't done much at all. Now, as I move around the back of the new cottage, it's just a one-bedroom. It's a cottage. It's got a small kitchen. It's got a toilet, septic tank. You can connect it up to water, so it's got running water from the pump on the other house. As I look back, you see just to the left of that tree, that roundish tree. I'll get it in the middle. That's the back corner of the property. So everything on the right of that is our property. There's burn piles all around the place, as you can see. Everything's just been too wet to get rid of. Hate burning things, but at the moment there's no choice. There's just so much to clear. And this is all clear. It wasn't clear before. As we walk through, they tease me and say I'm creating a golf course because it's compared to the normal Philippine property. There's Blackie. Blackie's unfortunately no longer with us. Had a slight accident. Very cute dog he was. Again, see, all the bamboo's gone. Pile of coconuts there, still there. We've got some spare hollow blocks we've been building. Burn piles. And there's the new coconut husk pile. That's basically the harvest we've done since we've been here. And again, all clear down here. This is the track down to the bottom part of the property. Down there is a nice stream that's got water all year round. I'm not sure if it's flowing, but it's still flowing now. With all the rain that we've had. And even this, couldn't see a thing down before. I'll just go into the river, so you can see the stream going down there. It's obviously a lot bigger when the rain is happening, but yeah. Now, as you'll see up here, a few major changes. This part of the property, you see the big pile of coconut husks, and beside that is the actual coconut. Oh, no, I'm going the other way. Oh, all those little palms you can see, that's coconut, dwarf coconuts that we've planted. 120 of those we planted. So there's all the husks. And we flip round, that's all the coconut shells under there. And this thing here is a coconut oven. This is where we cook our copra, and that's what we sell. And basically underneath that's a big fire, and that just dries out the white part of the coconut, and that's what we sell. We sold over a tonne in one hit in our first harvest. And the other new addition is pineapples. I've planted 28,500 pineapples. And another new addition, this is, first that hole there, that's actually where we make our, what do we
it's
make?
where we make our charcoal. Yes, we make and sell charcoal.
Where we burn our coconut shells and make charcoal. Again, all nicely cleared. Lots of coconuts planted. Over here, coming up here is our pig pen. It's now got a roof on it. It's now been cleared up, re-cemented inside, doors put on. There's no pigs, of course, at the moment. We had 2 pigs last year, just as a trial run. We had one as lechon, which is basically pig on a spit for New Year's, and the other one hit the freezer, and half of that was sold in our backyard as we're cutting it up. Again, nice and cleared. On the right hand side, just there, that's going to be where our house is built, in that big space there. And this is a big new shed. It's a big tall shed for all our toys for the farm. Now this is that's basically keep walking across the property, and here's the pineapples. It starts on the left and goes all the way across the right hand side of the property. Again, as I said, 28,500 pineapples. Soon to be a lot more. That's the house pad. Again, it's bamboos. That's why this looks like it's overgrown. It's just big bamboo clumps that haven't been dug out yet. Burn piles, they haven't been burnt because they're too wet. I said there's just so much we haven't been able to do because it's just too wet. Every time we think it's drying out, it just rains, and when it rains, it rains. You know it's raining when the weather channel changes from millimetres to centimetres in 24 hours. You go from 100 millimetres to 10 centimetres. I think the most I've seen is 17 centimetres in 24 hours. It rains. There's some bananas down there, but all of this is just coconuts, and all down the hill, straight ahead down the hill is all coconuts now. Still a lot more room to put a lot more. We want to put a lot more coconuts because they're reasonably easy to keep. We don't really play any part in most of the coconuts and the pineapples. That's all done. Contractors come in, do all that. Yeah, pineapples and coconuts are the main crop of the area, so we can get a buyer to come to our front door basically to buy any of these. So that's why we sort of chose the pineapples. There's always pineapples being harvested around the area, so they're easy to harvest and easy to sell. There's a big old mango tree right in the middle of the yard there, and as you can see, like I said, nice and almost cleared, but like I said, we're just getting back into it now. There's no animals, as you can see, but they'll be coming shortly. So if you've got any questions, please leave a comment below. Both of what we have done and what we're going to do in the future. They've got still a lot more plans we've got to go through, and there's a lot more things we're going to do with the property. And please also hit the subscribe button so we get to come up to more people. in the future. And look forward to our next video, which will be coming out very shortly and be an update from here. So see you soon.